Oh, okay.
All right. And we are here. Everybody good? Everybody ready to go?
Sure.
All right, cool. We are recording. So let's do this thing. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of You Think You Know. This is your co-host, Alvin.
And me.
And we are the Afro Latinos. Welcome to You Think You Know. Tonight's guests of honor are going to be competing in a challenge. Tonight we have my very good friends Donnie Mapes, Tim Hippensteel, and Austin Renner on the show to compete to prove their superior knowledge of the black and gold, the Pittsburgh Steelers. So sorry. That was a mistake. I swear it won't happen. Yeah. It won't happen more than 16 times in this episode.
Yeah, mistakes happen, man.
It is what it is. You know, sometimes you just word vomit. It happens every time I think about the Steelers. I want to vomit. So it just runs.
Don't act like I don't have a picture of you in a Heinz Ward jersey.
You know, the things you do for love at the time. We've all done things in relationships that we regret. You know, we've all made mistakes. So
it's been your contact picture on my phone for years.
We'll just check that one off as one of those things we look back and say, gosh, that should have been my sign right there. All right, so welcome to You Think You Know. This is going to be a good one. We have 3 members trying to reach the, what do you call your own Pittsburgh Hall of Fame? Is it the Ring of Honor, Ring of Fame, Ring of Fire? All right, so we got Donnie, Tim, and Austin all trying to make it into the Pittsburgh Steelers Ring of Honor, or for Austin and myself, Ring of Dishonor. Austin is a former. Oh, you know what? I'll let him explain it in the introductions. Let's introduce ourselves to the audience, or have you guys introduce yourselves to the audience real quick. We'll start with whoever's on top. Let's go with Donnie. My boy Donnie. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Hi.
Tell our wonderful audience about yourself.
My name is Donnie Mapes. I am a Libra. I enjoy long wrong videos.
That's the wrong introduction video.
No, go on.
Tim's listening. I
enjoy long walks on the beach and cooking together in yeah, I don't know. Longtime Steeler fan. We'll see what my moxie is here with some Steelers trivia and see how I stand up against everybody.
All right. Thank you so much, Donnie, for coming on the show. I'm going to save the best for last, in my humble opinion. So, Tim, let's just throw you up one here real quick because we got another true Steelers fan in the mix. Tim Hippensteel.
Tim Hippensteel. Yeah, it's me. I'm a pretty big Steelers fan. I'm not always great with trivia, so we'll see how this goes. But
he brought the terrible towel. He's ready to go.
Not just that, but
it gets worse. I mean,
that's Juju Smith-Schuster right there.
Oh, the former Pittsburgh Steeler, Juju Smith. I mean, soon to be former.
Probably
on TikTok.
All right, well, Tim, welcome to the show. And last but certainly not least, we're bringing in my man Austin Renner to the show. Austin, what's up?
Hello. Yeah, I mean, I was a Steelers fan for most of my life, right up until they started not paying Le'Veon Bell what they should have. The front office kind of drove me away, and then when that happened, I was kind of a rogue fan, and then the Browns drafted Baker Mayfield, and I don't know, he's just one of my favorite players in the league. Him and Joe Burrow are my favorite players in the league right now.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Shiesty, bro.
That's my boy, Joe Shiesty. I do have to, while you're on the spot here, you got the spotlight view here. I gotta ask, if the Steelers winning organization drove you away, how can you give your support to the Browns and their losing organization? It just I gotta see where things line up here.
Right. So, unlike most Steeler fans, I don't care about winning as my top priority. I'm sure you can relate being an Eagles fan.
Whoa, hey.
Sorry, let's count.
Hey.
Okay, we're done. That's it.
Wait, just real quick. Which one of the teams here has the most recent?
We're going by most recent. Okay.
I rest my. I mean, it's the only way to judge true goodness of an organization.
So
who has reached the playoffs and won more recently? I mean, that shows the best organization in terms of recency. I mean, if
we
we're
got
going
one
to
a
look
year
at,
after you.
What did you say?
We got one a year after you. A year or two after you.
We know the Patriots are the prime example of sustainability in the franchise. But I'm just saying, no disrespect.
Listen, when you have the greatest quarterback of all time, it's hard to lose. I mean, look at the Bucs this year; it was tough, but the Rams also went out and got a whole hell of a squad. Everyone. I mean, I got money on Cooper Kupp, so I'm down.
Go Rams.
Yeah.
I know we got to root for the Bengals here. Either way, I consider it a win, but we're rooting for the Bengals over here. All right, thank you, Austin. That is everyone, and we are going to get started with the show in just a second. But for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Here, Shady's here. Oh, dang!
They got a blast.
Got him.
All right, well, we are here. Let's get this party started. If this is your first time, ladies and gentlemen, pulling up to You Think You Know, thank you so much for being here. While you are here, make sure to like, follow, subscribe, comment on all of our social media platforms. That is Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube, as well as... Cheney, what are you doing? As well as finding all of our merchandise, which will be in the description of the episode, as well as posted on our Facebook page. Make sure you find all of that. That would be amazing. So here are the rules to You Think You Know. As I've said multiple times already, You Think You Know is a trivia show that we do weekly, and we try to find out how much someone thinks they know about a particular topic. Tonight's topic, again, is the Pittsburgh Steelers organization. So we're talking players, we're talking records, we're talking history, we're talking games, we're talking everything related to the Steelers organization. Here's how the show works. There are 15 trivia questions. They're all multiple choice. Each one of those multiple choice questions, you will have 30 seconds to provide me with an answer, gentlemen. At the end of that 30 seconds, I will ask you to show me your answers, and we will see who really knows how much they know, or really knows a lot about the Steelers organization and can make it into the coveted Ring of Honor. There is a bonus round, and I will explain that as we get a little bit closer to it. But if there are no questions from the lovely gentlemen contestants today, I think we're ready to get the show started. Gentlemen, are there any questions?
No?
Nope.
Alrighty, sounds good. Well, then we will get started with a toss-up. Here we go. Question number 1. Which of these NFL franchises is older than the Pittsburgh Steelers? Is it A, the Philadelphia Eagles, B, the New York Giants, C, the Los Angeles Rams, or D, the Cleveland Browns? Which of these NFL franchises is older than the Pittsburgh Steelers? Is it the Eagles, the Giants, the Rams, or the Browns?
You know, at first I was really expecting to be the Ravens, but or Texans, but I mean they're not on there, so I can't. Crap.
5 seconds remaining. There are only 7 franchises that are older than the Steelers. Actually, 6 older. Which of these NFL franchises is older than the Pittsburgh Steelers? Is it A, the Philadelphia Eagles, B, the New York Giants, C, the Los Angeles Rams, or D, the Cleveland Browns? Gentlemen, answers please. A plethora of...
I feel
got you.
offended.
I love your letter B, Troy Polamalu answer there. Cheney, which of these gentlemen has got the answer correct?
B, the New York Giants is the correct answer.
All right.
That is correct.
This seems like a Giants trivia question, not a.
It's related to the Steelers. You got to know when the Steelers, what year they came into the league. And
I know what year they came into the league. I don't know anything about the team. Come on. Now.
Coincidentally, it's the same year that the Eagles came into the league. They came in actually on the same day of the same year, which is fascinating. July 8th, 1933, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Congratulations to Donnie and Tim for getting that answer correct. Austin, you had to go with the Browns.
I just got Browns on my mind.
I understand why you had to do it. You know, I can't be mad at you. Gentlemen, remember to keep your own score because I will absolutely forget that. So right now the score is 1-1-0. Moving on to question number 2. Here we go. Before being drafted to the Steelers in 2002, what college did Antoine Randall L. attend? Was it A, Illinois, B, Idaho, C, Iowa, or D, Indiana? 30 seconds is on the clock. Hint, it is a school that begins with the letter I.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
You know, just in case that's going to help anyone. Before being drafted to the Steelers in 2002, what college did Antoine Randall L. attend? Was it A, Illinois, B, Idaho, C, Iowa, or D, Indiana? Time's up, gentlemen. Answers, please.
This is what I got for D, because I don't have a Bradshaw jersey.
Okay.
There's 2s in it. It works.
Okay, there we Cheney, who has the correct answer? I see 2 A's and a D.
The correct answer is D, Indiana.
Cool.
That is correct. Antoine Randall L. played at the illustrious Indiana University. Fun fact, he also played basketball and baseball for a time at the University of Indiana. Good old Hoosiers.
And he played quarterback, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe for a time he did.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Gentlemen, what is, let's see. Tim was the only person to get that question correct, if I'm not mistaken. So Tim is in the lead with 2, Donnie 1, and Austin still holding it down with a 0 over there, just like
the Browns. Yeah, I know.
All right, here we go. Moving on to question number 3. What team did the Steelers defeat in the AFC Championship game to earn the right to Super Bowl 45? Was it A, the New England Patriots, B, the New York Jets, C, the Baltimore Ravens, or D, the Kansas City Chiefs?
I'm ready.
Tim has to shuffle his jerseys every answer.
Yeah, I just got a pile of them here.
I'm glad you know what they mean because I only know, well, I guess, do you have a Roethlisberger one in there?
Yeah.
I think every Steelers fan has had one.
I have 2 Roethlisberger jerseys.
I'm
home
so
and
sorry.
away.
I'm so sorry for that.
Where's the Bumblebee?
What team did the Steelers defeat in the AFC Championship game to earn the right to Super Bowl 45? Was it A, the New England Patriots, B, the New York Jets, C, the Baltimore Ravens, or D, the Kansas City Chiefs? Gentlemen, answers please. We almost have everyone saying the same answer. We have a dissension with Donnie. Donnie, is that letter D, Kansas City Chiefs, were you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Alrighty. Cheney, tell them what they won.
I forgot who answered what. I know. Wait, I know Donnie got D.
Austin and Tim both said letter B.
B. Okay. The correct answer is B, the New York Jets.
Yes, indeed. Tim, perfect score so far, right? 3 for 3.
Oh yeah.
Austin, you tied it up. You got came back. Donnie, you're struggling a little bit. Got the last two wrong.
Yeah.
Started off hot. Let's see what happens here. Let's just move on right along to question number 4. Which player holds the all-time receiving yards record for the Steelers? Is it A, Hines Ward, B, Antonio Brown, C, Heath Miller, or D, John Stallworth?
Oh wait. Okay.
15 seconds remaining. Which player holds the all-time receiving yards record for the Steelers? Is it A, Hines Ward, B, Antonio Brown, C, Heath Miller, or D, John Stallworth? Time's up. Answers, please. Again, almost everyone answering the same thing. We have Austin with letter D and both Tim and Donnie with letter A. Cheney, answer, please.
The correct answer is A, Hines Ward.
It is.
I almost said Antonio Brown because I knew Hines Ward had the reception, like he had the most receptions, but I wasn't sure about receiving yards.
It's close. It's only about 1,000 yards, if I'm not mistaken. It is very, very close. And John Stallworth is like 4th on the list. I think this is actually in order. I think there's one more guy in this list of the top 5, but this is at least 4 out of the top 5.
Yeah.
So,
He's a beast, bro.
All right, let's check in with the scores real quick. Austin, you got that one wrong, so you're still sitting at 1, I believe. Tim still undefeated, has not missed a question, if I'm not mistaken, with a 4. And Donnie got that one right, which puts you at a 2. So 4 to 2 to 1. Here we go. Question number 5. Who holds the record for the most career interceptions for the Steelers? Is it A, Jack Butler, B, Troy Polamalu, C, Mel Blount, or D, Rod Woodson? Anyone feeling very confident in their answer here?
Not exactly.
I felt confident on any of them, except for the Jets.
I think that might show in your score. I think that might reflect.
So was it not this most recent Super Bowl, but the Super Bowl before that was the Chiefs, though, right? They beat.
Sure, I don't have any idea.
They went, or the AFC Championship. That's
when they lost
beat
the year they lost to the Packers. Is that the one you're referring to? Oh, okay. Just making sure.
That might be what I'm thinking of.
Well, that is Super Bowl 45.
But I couldn't tell you. Actually, no, you're right. It is. That was Super Bowl 45. That is correct. All right, who holds the record for the most career interceptions to the Steelers? For the Steelers, sorry. Was it A, Jack Butler, B, Troy Polamalu, C, Mel Blount, or D, Rod Woodson?
This is my fake D.
That sounds like a personal thing. You got fake D out there. We have our first unanimous answer. Everyone has answered letter D, Rod Woodson. Cheney, is that the correct answer?
It is not. It's C.
All
right.
Fake applause, Cheney. The correct answer was letter C, Mel Blount, who held a career 57 interceptions, which is an insane number.
Nothing.
Did he only play for the Steelers? He did. 57. Alrighty, here we go. Moving on to the next question. Question number 6, question mark? Don't actually remember.
Yeah.
Whatever the next question is. All right. Sorry if I butcher any of these names. I'm not a Steelers fan. Which player was a member of all 4 Super Bowl teams of the 1970s? Was it A, Glenn Edwards, B, John Banasek, C. Andy Russell, or D. Lauren Toes? Toes?
I hope it's Toes.
Toes.
All right, this one's a total guess. Can I just say Terry Bradshaw?
I mean, hey, which player was a member of all 4 Super Bowl teams of the 1970s?
Terry Bradshaw, clearly.
Glenn Edwards, B. John Banasek, C. Andy Russell, or D. Lauren Toes? Time's up. Answers, please. Oh, we have Austin and Tim saying letter B, and Donnie saying Terry Bradshaw, letter D. Cheney, what is the correct answer?
The correct answer is letter D.
Letter D. See, you should have gone with Terry Bradshaw. He's on the picture.
I know. I was saying.
trying to give you a hint there.
That was strictly off of the fact that his last name was Toes. Being honest.
Oh, isn't that
a guy named Toes belongs in the Super Bowl?
I thought that was a
4
Rich Ryan
times.
thing. I didn't know that was a Steelers thing. Or is that I guess that's a different conversation for another day. All right.
I think you're thinking of Rex Ryan.
Alrighty. I think we are moving on to question number 7, I believe. Cheney, is that correct? We're on question number 7. All right, thank you. Question number 7 coming at you. Here we go. Who did the Steelers defeat for their 4th championship victory? Was it A, the Seattle Seahawks, B, the Dallas Cowboys, C, the Arizona Cardinals, or D, the LA Rams? Count all 6 of those rings back. Can you remember the 4th? And do you remember who they beat? Who did the Steelers defeat for their 4th championship victory? Was it A, the Seattle Seahawks, B, the Dallas Cowboys, C, the Arizona Cardinals, or D, the LA Rams? As an Eagles fan, I have to say I hope that it's B, because that would just be the epitome. I wouldn't know who to root for in that Super Bowl. I would have to root for the Steelers because, well, it's the Cowboys and they're the worst. All right. Answers, please. Who did the Steelers defeat for their 4th championship victory? Ooh, Donnie and Austin both have said B, the Dallas Cowboys, and Tim has gone with his version of letter D, the Los Angeles Rams. Cheney, what is the correct answer?
The correct answer is D, LA Rams.
The Los Angeles Rams. So sorry, Cowboys. You have to wait another day.
Just like they've been doing for 30 years.
For a very,
that was
very, very
Super Bowl 14, I think.
That's way too much knowledge for me, my friend. I'm
okay,
useless. I'm useless here. All right, congratulations to Tim for being the only one to get that question right. And we're going to move right on along to question number 8. Here we go. Which player holds the all-time rushing yards record for the Steelers? Is that letter A, Le'Veon Bell, B, Jerome Bettis, C, Willie Parker, or D, Franco Harris? 30 seconds is on the clock. Some pretty big name running backs here on this list.
And one they should have paid.
You might be right about that. When I did the Eagles trivia, there were a couple players that I recognized from the all-time rushing list. And then it was just a bunch of people that did not matter to me at all. Let's just say rushing hasn't always been the Eagles' strong suit, but apparently it has been for the Steelers. Yeah, except for this year when they finally decided to run it. So, which player holds the all-time rushing yards record for the Steelers? Is it A, Le'Veon Bell, B, Jerome Bettis, C, Willie Parker, or D, Franco Harris? Answers, please, gentlemen.
Hey, this one works out.
That one does work out quite well for you. Imagine how that happens. Austin says Troy Polamalu, letter B. And both Tim and Donnie have said D, Franco Harris. Cheney.
My camera went away.
It did. It did.
But the correct answer is D. Franco Harris.
I think dinner's done.
Someone's hot pockets ready.
Yep.
Letter D, Franco Harris is the correct answer. All right, gentlemen, let's check in on those scores. Austin, how you doing over there?
You just keep on moving.
just keep it pushing. All right, Tim, let's check in on that number. How you doing over there?
I'm at 6 right now.
Oh, 6 for 8. Not bad.
He just wanted to match the Steelers. He won't get any more.
That's a large talk from someone with only 3 correct answers so far. Donnie.
I have 3? Let's go.
I think you're at 3. I think that's the correct
I think I have 1. 2.
No, you definitely have at least
2. I have 2.
You have at least 2. And Donnie, how you doing over there?
I got 4.
Oh, 4. Okay,
4.
Alrighty. Well, guys, you got half a show left to go. You've got the remainder of the traditional trivia questions, and then you have the bonus round. So this is still anyone's game. Even you, Austin, can make a comeback. It looks unlikely, but if there's one thing the Browns know about a comeback, it's that it's not going to happen. So we are going to take a really quick break to hear a word about our sponsor, Anchor. We will be right back right after this.
We're back. I'm quick on that one. I'm not gonna
What did you say?
Yo, mama, keep going.
Okay, and we're back to the show. Welcome back. We got.
Can I just say, Anchor sounds fantastic. What a great product.
I mean, they truly are really helpful and supportive to this podcast. We truly couldn't do it without them.
Man,
if you two are looking, although they are run by Spotify, so Spotify's in a little hot trouble right now, in a little hot water right now. But we're just gonna keep it pushing P, if you will. Cheney, this is the second episode in a row with a pushing P reference. I apologize. We're gonna go right on.
Wait.
Go ahead.
So actually,
yeah, me too, man.
So I was thinking, it's a great point. Oh, his device, his internet really sucks at his house, so I'm pretty sure it just kicked him out. So we're gonna move on to question number 9, and when he connects again, we will figure out what the heck he was about to say. Tim is in the lead, and then followed by Donnie, and then Austin is bringing the rear here, just like the Browns in the division. So, Cheney, you're back. Are you here? Do you want to finish what you were gonna say before? And moving on to question number 9. What coach did Bill Cowher replace as the head coach of the Steelers? Was it A, Marty Schottenheimer, B, Chuck Noll, C, I think that's supposed to say Wally Kiesling, and D, Bill Austin?
well, you see how I got disconnected?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So it's not a mic because I'm a brand new Yeti.
Mm-hmm.
When the camera sometimes says that it was unplugged, when it clearly wasn't. So, do you think that's a PC problem, or
it's probably a PC issue because you have the same monitors I do, and I never had that problem with my camera. And you
update your drivers.
My old camera. Oh, there you go. Austin, the tech guru. Also, letter C is supposed to say Walt, not Wally. So I apologize to the Steelers fans out there.
That's this week's.
Who know who Walt Kiesling is. But I make a mistake in every episode, so surprised you found it. What coach did Bill Cowher replace as the head coach of the Steelers? Was it A, Marty Schottenheimer, B, Chuck Noll, C, Walt Kiesling, or D, Bill Austin? Answers, please. A, B, and B. Cheney, what is the correct answer?
Oh, I'm still here.
You are.
It is B, Chuck Noll.
It is letter B, Chuck Noll indeed. Congratulations to both Tim and Donnie for getting the correct answer. Austin, well, we're used to it.
I forgot. I let all of my Steelers knowledge run out the window.
You just jumped right on over there. You
like Lynn Swan, who's that? I don't know.
You drove 2 hours across the border to Ohio and to Cleveland and forgot everything on the road.
Looks much worse here. Please help.
Alrighty, moving on to question number 10. In the strike shortened 1982 season, which AFC West team did the Steelers lose to in the first round of the playoffs? Was it A, the Chargers, B, the Chiefs, C, the Broncos, or D, the Raiders? And I will tell you the only reason this question in here is because they were not supposed to lose this game. This was an extremely shocking loss in the first round of the playoffs for this team. So that is why I figured this would be a relevant question for all you Steelers fans out there.
I think that happened in 2020 season too, right?
It happened in about every season over the last 10 years. So.
To the Browns, right?
Oh.
Yeah, you win one game in 18 years.
Not a championship, but it was a game. Sometimes some organizations just have to root for the.
You got to rep the brand, bro.
Season. Look at the Lions. All right. In the strike shortened 1982 season, which AFC West team did the Steelers lose to in the first round of the playoffs? Was it the Chargers, the Chiefs, the Broncos, or the Raiders? Gentlemen, what you got for me? Oh, I have 3 different answers. This is the first time that this has happened on this episode. I have letter D. Was that your letter C?
That was A.
Oh, that was your A. Okay, we haven't seen that one yet. So Tim says letter A, and then Mean Joe Green over there, Donnie Mapes says letter C. Chaney, what is the correct answer?
I'm glad you asked me. Letter A, the Chargers is the correct answer.
The correct answer is letter A, the Chargers.
That was a complete guess.
But at least you all knew it certainly couldn't have been the Raiders. So no one went. Oh wait, no, nobody said the Raiders. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, nobody said the Raiders.
Yeah. All right, we're just gonna slide past Austin's little gaffe there. Moving on to question number, I think we're on 12. I don't remember. Which of these teams do the Steelers hold an all-time losing record against? Was it A, the Detroit Lions, B, the Miami Dolphins, C, the Jacksonville Jaguars, or D, the Seattle Seahawks?
Looks bad any way you read it.
Yes. This is a great time to mention also, as an Eagles fan, that although the Steelers have won more championships, in the head-to-head matchup, the Eagles do have the record for most wins head-to-head versus the Steelers. I'm just throwing it out there. That was in the original question when I wrote it, and I was like, that's just going to be too easy. Everybody's going to know I'm going to take the second to brag. So I figured I would take this 30 seconds to throw that out there. Which of the following teams do the Steelers hold an all-time losing record against? Is it A, the Detroit Lions, B, the Miami Dolphins, C, the Jacksonville Jaguars, or D, the Seattle Seahawks? Gentlemen, what you got for me? Oh, we've got letter A for Austin, letter C for Tim, and letter D for Donnie. The correct answer, Chaney,
is C, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Cool. I changed my answer last minute. I was going to say the Dolphins.
It's close. The Seahawks, Donnie, because I saw you answered that one, they actually are even. They're 500 against the Seahawks in their matchups. It's like 10-10, I believe. So almost, but not quite. But they do hold. That's a rough record to have. Playing the Jacksonville Jaguars has not been good historically. Who have not been good historically, but somehow the Steelers play them even worse. So something about that AFC South, I guess. All righty, moving on to the next question. Congratulations, Tim, for getting that one right. Here we go. What future Hall of Fame player was traded to the Steelers from the St. Louis Rams? Was it A, Troy Polamalu, B, Kevin Green, C, Jerome Bettis, or D, Rod Woodson? Don, you seem pretty confident in that answer. I think you threw an answer up there pretty quickly.
Yeah.
All right. Good to hear. Yeah. Tim, you know this one?
Yeah, I got this one.
Austin, where's your mind at on this one?
Listen, I've been coin flipping for the past 7 questions. Okay,
hey, it worked for the Bengals, kind of.
Well,
are you a Bengals
works for the
or
Chiefs
are you
every
Bills?
time.
That's except last game. What future Hall of Famer? Oh, go ahead, Tim. What were you gonna say?
No, go ahead.
Okay. What future Hall of Fame player was traded from the St. Louis Rams to the Steelers? Was it A, Troy Polamalu, B, Kevin Green, C, Jerome Bettis, or D, Rod Woodson? Answers, please. Oh, wow. We have got letter D for Austin, letter C for Tim, and letter B for Donnie. What is the correct answer, Cheney?
The correct answer is C, Jerome Bettis.
It was letter C, Jerome Bettis. What happened there, Donnie?
Well, both Kevin Green and Jerome Bettis came from the Rams.
They did indeed. That is correct.
I actually thought Bettis came off of his through free agency, and I thought Green was traded.
You actually have it backwards. Bettis was traded, and Kevin Green joined through free agency.
Wah, wah, wah.
Hey, it's okay. Fun fact, Kevin Green was in WCW.
Yes.
Out there hanging out. Must have been those days of what's the Karl Malone jumping in there with DDP and those good old matches. He looked great out there, actually. Karl Malone looked like a monster when he was wrestling those couple matches in WCW. He looked good. All right. So Tim, the only person to get that one correct, I believe. Moving right along to whatever question is next, because I forget the number. Here we go. Which Steelers player holds the record for the most career tackles? Is it A, Ike Taylor, B, James Ferrier, C, Lawrence Timmons, or D, James Harrison? Some defensive stalwarts, if you will.
Not gonna lie, these are some of my favorite defensive players, but only because most of them were in Madden 05, and that was one of my favorite games ever.
What an oddly specific stat.
When you think of like the Steelers defense, these are the players from the 2000s. Like, yeah, wow,
that is true. So, of those players, which player holds the record for the most career tackles? Was it letter A, Ike Taylor, B, James Ferrier, C, Lawrence Timmons, or D, James Harrison? Gentlemen, answers, please. Jumping the gun here. Alrighty, we have Austin saying letter D, and both Donnie and Tim saying letter A, Ike Taylor. Cheney, what is the correct answer?
The correct answer is B, James Ferrier.
James Ferrier.
Yeah. I changed last minute, too.
So close, my friend. He had a career. Oh, wait, he played a couple years in the Jets. Never mind. I was going to say his career tackles is 1,400 tackles, which is an insane number. But the majority of those came with the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right. Moving on to the next question. No one got that question right. Is that correct?
I'm surprised with the episode today.
Huh? What'd you say, Cheney?
I got surprised with an episode today.
Surprised, even though I told you about it. Anyway, anyway.
Well, yeah, I just forgot about it.
That's okay. All right, next question. Here we go. Which Steelers player holds the record for the most career touchdowns scored as a Steeler? Is it A, Franco Harris, B, Hines Ward, C, Jerome Bettis, or D, Antonio Brown?
Wait, did you figure out what question, what question number you're in?
I think this is question number 14.
It's 14.
Yeah.
I just finished writing this today, so yeah. Started yesterday, finished today. 10 seconds left. Which Steelers player holds the record for the most career touchdowns scored? Is it A, Franco Harris, B, Hines Ward, C, Jerome Bettis, or D, Antonio Brown? What y'all got for me? Austin says D. Tim says C. And Donnie says letter D. Cheney, what is the correct answer?
The correct
No one
answer
said this one.
is A. Franco Harris.
He did indeed. The all-time rushing leader makes sense to have the most touchdowns. But
yeah, I was between the two.
Yeah, it's a tough one. You also got Hines Ward with the most receptions and most receiving yards, so it would not be surprised that many of those ended in a touchdown. But alas, it is not either of them. Alrighty, we are on to the final question of our first round of You Think You Know, which means we have a bonus question coming up very shortly. Let's do no, we'll wait till after the next question. Let's just move on to question number 15 and then check where we are with the scores at the bonus. Here we go. Question number 15. Which Pittsburgh player was voted Defensive Rookie of the Year for the 1974 season? Was this A, Jack Lambert, B, Andy Russell, C, Joe Green, or D, Jackie Ham? Tim, will serendipity strike 3 times where Joe Green is the third option or letter C option for you? Is that possible? I could not have possibly known. I mean, I am the one who wrote the questions, but I could not possibly have known. Which Pittsburgh player was voted Defensive Rookie of the Year for the 1974 season? Was it A, Jack Lambert, B, Andy Russell, C, Joe Green, or D, Jack Ham? Gentlemen, what you got for me? Okay, we have Austin and Donnie both saying letter A, and Tim going with his man, letter C, Mean Joe Green. Cheney, what is the correct answer?
The correct answer for question number 15. Last question.
With the first pick in the NFL draft.
But the answer is A, Jack Lambert.
All right.
Jack Lambert is correct because, as we all know, Mean Joe Green was drafted in 1969, which would have made his rookie year 1969. So, all right, gentlemen, let's check in on those scores as we move into our bonus question. How are we doing? Austin, did you get a final tally there? We know you're not doing so hot, but did you get a number?
You gave me 3 before this question somewhere, but I think I was at 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I'm at 3.
You didn't get any on the second half?
Well, I got this one.
Well, safe to say that Austin is not making it into the Hall of Fame or the Ring of Fame for the Pittsburgh Steelers anytime soon. He abandoned you guys, and it's showing in the score.
Listen, with 3, I'm half as good as the Steelers already. So
you were right. You were almost there.
He's on par with the Browns. So.
Well, we're talking wins in the season, right? 3 out of 16.
Same thing.
17.
Well, 17 now, but in years prior, 3 out of 16 sounds about the right record.
0 for 48. Okay.
All right, Tim, what you got there?
I'm sitting at 10 right now.
Ooh, that's a good number. That's about the average for this show. About 10 is not bad. If you get the bonus question, we like to come up with names and kind of meet some characteristics. So, like, for example, we did You Think You Know Food and Drink a couple weeks ago. And if you reached above a 10 out of 15, sorry, Donnie, it was a Tuesday night. I didn't know if you'd be working or not, if you'd be driving, so I didn't want to bother you. So we said you were working towards your Michelin stars. You were trying to get your Michelin stars for the restaurant. And so tonight, Tim, if you get this bonus question right, you will enter the Steelers Ring of Fame, at least for us.
A lot of pressure.
I can't do anything for the actual Ring of Fame, but for the Afro Latinos, we got you. Donnie, what are you looking like?
Lots of leverage.
I've matched our Super Bowl record. I've got 6.
Oh, okay, not bad. You know, you're at almost 500, so almost there. So You know, you couldn't be Mike Tomlin, but you could certainly be some other coach who hasn't won as much somewhere. All right. So let's see who gets the bonus question right. Let me explain the rules of the bonus question because it is a little bit different. So with the bonus question, you get one chance. Okay. This is not a multiple choice question, which means you're going to have to fill in the blank or whatever I'm looking for here in the bonus question. And you only have 15 seconds as opposed to the full 30 in order to provide us with a response. So 15 seconds will be on the clock. At the time I finish reading the question, are there any questions for me before we go into the bonus question?
Can I get bonus points somehow other than this?
Maybe. I usually make up those bonus points on the fly. Usually if I have a random factoid that I know, you can get an extra bonus. But yeah, we might think about it. All right. Any other questions from me before we go on to the bonus question? All right, cool. Here we go. Question number 15, or question number bonus. Here we go. This Steeler was an undrafted free agent in 2002. He attended Kent State University and had a 100-yard interception in the Super Bowl. Who was he? This Steeler was an undrafted free agent in 2002. He attended Kent State University and had a 100-yard interception in the Super Bowl. Who was this player? Please send me your answers. Thank you, Donnie. And just waiting on answers from Tim and Austin.
I sent on Messenger.
I sent on Messenger.
Why did you both send it on Messenger?
You said anyway.
I'm using my phone.
As if you don't have my phone
Facebook
number, my
right
Snapchat. Well, the good thing is all three of you have answered the same thing. All three of you have said James Harrison, but Cheney, is that the correct answer?
James Harrison is the correct answer.
Yes, indeed. It is the correct answer. Congratulations to all three of you. Tim, that does give you your induction into the Ring of Fame. So thank you so much for participating and showing your superiority in terms of trivia. Okay. Now, Austin, here's your chance. Are you ready? Right, here's your chance because this is your pity. This is your Browns pity.
What are they doing, bro?
You guys they're high-fiving.
Just like Steelers fans, man. They got the one break between two of them. My God.
I'm a little confused, but hey, we're just going to let it rock. All right, Austin, this question is just for you.
Okay, perfect.
Because this is your Browns pity question. All right? Are you ready?
So chronological order of all quarterbacks for the Browns?
James,
how long you got?
That or head coaches? Which one is more? James Harrison played an illustrious career. He had an illustrious career in the NFL. Many honors: 2-time Super Bowl championship, NFL Defensive Player of the Year, 2-time First Team All Pro, 2-time Second Team All Pro, 5 Pro Bowls, and he was the NFL forced fumbles leader in 2008. Tons of accolades, right? He also played for 4 different franchises during his tenure in the NFL. What team did he retire playing for? Who was his last and final team?
This feels like it could be a trick question, but I'm 90% sure.
I will. Let me give you a hint before you answer.
Okay.
He has never played for an NFC team. So
right.
In case that was your
I knew
thought. That. Okay, great.
I am 90% sure it was Channy's team, the New England Patriots.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Well, that's good because we only accept one answer here on this show. We don't give you multiple chances. And it happens to be the correct answer. So congratulations for your pity point. You made it, man.
As long as they're not on the Steelers, I'm okay with it, man.
It was almost the Steelers. He did play in that season in 2017 for the Steelers before going to the Patriots. All right, gentlemen. Well, thank you so much for choosing to spend your evening with us. We truly appreciate it here at the Afro Latinos podcast. This has been another episode of You Think You Know. Make sure to follow us, like us, subscribe, chat, comment, all of those things on all of our social media platforms. Check out the link below to see our official podcast merch. It is on bonfire.com/store/the Afro Latinos podcast. Look us up on Bonfire, check out our merchandise, follow us on all of our socials, and on anywhere digital podcasts can be found. This has been another episode of You Think You Know with your co-host Alvin.
And me.
And thank you to Donnie, Tim, and Austin for pulling up to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, have a fantastic